Hello, my name is Mackenzie Thompson. This is my OneNote card. I could fit everything onto OneNote card. So, and this is my demo speech. So, you have all probably heard of The Princess and the Frog, with Princess Tiana living in New Orleans, and that really famous scene before she kind of becomes the frog. Spoiler alert. She is making beignets and kind of wanting to start her own restaurant around her love of food, especially gumbo and beignets. So the beignet originally originated in New Orleans by the Black French community and kind of like celebrating their way of life in France and wanting to bring something over to America from France. So the beignet was originally a dessert, and now it's probably a staple on any Louisiana Southern style brunch tables that you would normally go to if you're going to brunch. One of the most popular ones up here is 106 in Coeur d'Alene. So I've been making beignets for quite a while now, about 3 weeks, and I feel like it's a really good, more advanced type of dessert or pastry that anyone can make at home. The beignet has a rich history from traveling all the way from ideas to France to the people in New Orleans, and the beignet has a really delicious balance of flavors, especially because the dough is a lot fluffier than a normal donut. If you've had those old-fashioned donuts and they're like really dense and really thick, the beignet isn't like that. It's kind of more of it's lighter than even white bread that you get from the grocery store. So the ingredients you're gonna need are 1.5 cups of warm water, 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, 2 1/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast. I already measured mine out. 2 eggs, which I have cracked safely in this bowl and spilt it on my countertop. You're gonna also need 1 cup of evaporated milk. I completely forgot to put that on my table. 2.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. It's in here, I promise. I don't want to spill it again like the eggs. 7 cups of bread flour. You want to make sure that you have bread flour specifically instead of the all-purpose, because that's what gives the beignet a more light and fluffy texture. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. It's also in this bowl. I can't really spill this one, as bad as the eggs. You're gonna need 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter because you already have this salt in the bowl, so you don't need it to be salted. 4 cups of peanut oil for the frying, and if you wish, anything that you want to add on top of the beignets. Today I'm gonna be using honey, but you can use powdered sugar, honey. I've seen some people use like a lemon glaze. They're really kind of a whole basis of what you can add to them. You will also need for your materials a medium-sized bowl, a whisk, a stand mixer with the paddle attachment specifically, which I have over in another area, and we will be traveling over there to do that step. You need a large rimmed baking sheet. Mine is stone and it's very, very heavy. You're gonna need a rolling pin. Yours doesn't have to be as fancy as mine. Mine is made with emerald quartz. It's pretty cool. A knife to cut your dough. Make sure you have parental supervision or you're just really safe. I have a steak knife. Any old knife will do. And a slotted spoon. You don't have to use a slotted spoon. I like using a bigger spatula. You can even use like 2 forks to kind of dig them out if you want to. Make sure that they just have the holes in them so no oil soaks back up into the beignet. So in your medium-sized bowl, you want to whisk together your water, your yeast, and your salt, sugar. That is sugar, don't get them confused. And you want to whisk it until it turns bubbly, which will take about roughly 10 minutes. So while you let your yeast mixture kind of chill out for a bit, you're going to want to take the bowl out of your stand mixer. And the only reason why you want to use a stand mixer is because bread dough gets very, very thick and you will literally hurt yourself trying to mix it. So let a machine do it for you. So you're going to want to add your eggs to the bowl of the stand mixer. And you're going to want to beat those until they turn smooth. So when your eggs kind of look like one big yellow mixture, you're going to want to add your vanilla extract and your evaporated milk to the bowl. And then you're going to add half of your flour, so 3.5 cups. And you're going to whisk that until it turns smooth. So now that you have it looking somewhat homogenized, you're going to add your butter. And then you're going to take it to your stand mixer and let that beat it for you. So while you have that going in your stand mixer at a slow speed, you're going to want to slowly add your yeast mixture. About that slow. So as you have that going, you're going to add in your salt. And then slowly add in the rest of your flour just so the flour doesn't like splash up back at you. Just like that. So now that your dough has kind of this consistency, you're going to want to cover the bowl in plastic wrap. Make sure you take off all the dough off of the paddle and refrigerate it for 2 hours, and you can refrigerate it for up to 24.